Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks for joining us for News Now at noon on this Wednesday. Happy Hump Day to you. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, a Panama woman is charged after crashing into a pool this week.
Plus, a new criminal justice bill is moving on to the House. What the bill means for nonviolent offenders in just a bit. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by in the First Defense Weather Center. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and I see nothing on my monitors on the wall. I'll step off, and studio control, if you could pop the key wall up, that would be awesome if we can do that. But what you're looking at is the camera coming from One Seneca Tower in Buffalo, and I try not to show too many cameras that are outside of our coverage area, but I wanted to show you this. Here I am, and good morning. And I wanted to show you this because all of this you see in the lake is the ice boom. They have finally put that into Lake Erie this year, and I often tell you the ice boom is placed in Lake Erie every year because it holds back the ice that forms on Lake Erie, and it keeps the ice, it basically keeps the ice from flowing down the Niagara River and causing damage to the water intakes for the hydropower plant and causing damage to the waterfront properties. So wanted to show you that because that's a sign that winter is on the way. First Defense Doppler, quiet. All we've had is just, again, the ground clutter and the wind turbine interference showing up. That is it, and it's going to remain that way throughout the day. Wanted to show you the ski conditions because what's going to be coming later in the week may cause some issues with this. So get out and do some skiing and snowboarding now because these are subject to change throughout the week, and I'll tell you why. So hour by hour, temperatures here will probably peg out around 41, 42 degrees. A nice mild day. The average high is around 36, and it's going to be very nice with plentiful sunshine. But things will be changing later in the week. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Jay, Matt?
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. Jamestown police say 2 people were arrested last night, that during a parole check on East 2nd Street that resulted in the seizure of a loaded .357 revolver. 26-year-old John Tufino was arrested and charged with a parole violation. Police say more charges are pending for him due to the revolver. 26-year-old Chad Haskins, meanwhile, allegedly possessed a quantity of methamphetamine and heroin during the arrest. He faces multiple charges of criminal possession of a controlled substance. Now, Tufino is in Chautauqua County Jail, while Haskins is in City Jail pending arraignment. The State Division of Parole assisted in the investigation.
The Panama woman is charged with driving while ability impaired by drugs after New York State police say she crashed into a utility pole on Route 474 in Panama on Monday. Troopers said that 44-year-old Tracy Hackenberger was taken into custody after allegedly failing several field sobriety tests. She was transported to the Jamestown barracks where a drug recognition expert examined her, and after taking a urine sample, police determined that she was under the influence of Suboxone and marijuana. Hackenberger was processed and issued appearance tickets returnable to the town of Harmony Court. Troopers said thankfully no one, including herself, were injured in that crash.
A Cassadaga man was busted after he allegedly possessed methamphetamine inside of the Chautauqua County Jail last weekend. Sheriff's deputies in Chautauqua County say that 28-year-old Anthony DeJohnny is charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance and promoting prison contraband. Now, deputies say he will appear to answer the charge in the town of Chautauqua court. And in other news, a 35-year-old Silver Creek man is charged following a fight early this morning. County Sheriff's deputies say that Adam Rice was in an altercation with several people. He's charged with third-degree criminal mischief and 3 counts of second-degree harassment. Now, Rice was remanded to county jail, but is not listed thus far on the sheriff-inmate website.
And the newest member of the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Department is Nicholas, a dual-purpose 4-legged deputy. County Sheriff Timothy Whitcomb made the announcement yesterday that the 2-year-old German Shepherd started trading with Deputy Tim Pence back in April. Nicholas is trained in narcotics, patrol and certified in tracking and article search. Both deputies are members of the Special Response Team and have helped the Southern Tier Regional Drug Task Force on several cases already. Now, this is the first time a canine was exclusively assigned to the road patrol for the department. Whitcomb thanked Randolph Veterinary Clinic for its service, Puna for dog food, and Amish Valley Sheds for housing the dog. Whitcomb and Pence named the dog in Nicholas' honor of a former undersheriff, Billy Nicholas, who died in 2015 after serving the department for 30 years. Incredible.
And Justin, it's always good to see too that we've seen a lot here in Chautauqua County, in Erie County, how they'll name these service dogs after people like Officer Nichols. Yeah. And it's incredible to see a lot of these good stories.
Absolutely. And I know the New York State Police, a few years ago now, we had a story where they had a number of troopers who passed away in line of duty deaths in Western New York. And they had them at, I believe it was Washington Middle School. The one that was off of Baker. Is that Washington? Do you know?
Off of Baker?
Yeah, it's like near Baker Street in Jamestown.
No, that's
is that Purcell?
Purcell.
Okay, Purcell Middle School, and they were there, and they did a service for the family, and it was incredible. And I truly remember that story because at that day I was explained to how these canine deputies are named. I didn't know that at first, that they're all named, all of them, most of them, are named after officers who have fallen in the line of duty death in New York State Police. And I believe that's the case for many of them across the departments, across the country. So it's incredible to see, and God bless that deputy and everyone, every law enforcement this holiday season. And it's nice to see them have some good news for a change, certainly. So, saying good afternoon to Dennis. Hope you're doing well, Wendy. Happy Wednesday to everyone. I'm sure all of you probably are gearing up for a big holiday weekend. I know I'm certainly looking forward to Friday, let me tell you, when that work bell rings. But more news to tell you about first, before then. Details on the criminal justice reform bill that's in Washington and how it could change how nonviolent offenders serve time.
And later, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's going to take his look at our weather forecast as News Now at Noon continues.
Happy holidays from WNY News Now.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
Keep your car running smooth this winter at Express Bike and Auto, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension, right here in Jamestown. They're your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Looking for a new ride? Express Bike and Auto even sells vehicles. And guess what? Financing is available. What are you waiting for? Visit Express Bike and Auto at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
A major criminal justice reform bill that called the First Step Act passed through the Senate on Tuesday night. It's aimed at easing sentences for nonviolent offenders and reducing the rate of criminals who go on to commit other crimes. The vote was 87 to 12. Now, with all 12 votes against the bill from Republicans who claim that the reforms were too lenient and could allow for dangerous criminals to get out of jail too soon. Earlier today, on Thursday, the House is likely to take up the bill for approval. Earlier today, area Congressman Tom Reed spoke to reporters saying he's confident that the bill will be passed before Christmas.
They are based on evidentiary background in regards to trying to implement in our prison system reforms and programs that will put low-risk, nonviolent criminals in a position to have the best opportunity to avoid recommitting a crime and the recidivism that we see in the criminal justice system with folks coming in and out of prison.
The bill will then head to President Trump for his signature by the end of the week.
Reed says, meanwhile, that he hopes the federal government can avoid a partial government shutdown. The congressman is confident that the country will get through this latest shutdown threat.
We will get through this. It's probably not going to be a long-term bill through the end of September. What I see happening is getting it somehow pushed into maybe January, shorter-term type of thing, which is not the best outcome. I would still continue to advocate as we get to the finish line here to fully fund the government through September. But the reality of the day that I see growing each and every hour is that we will get something through the holidays and into mid-January to late January.
Now, Reed says that 75% of the federal government has already received the green light for funding through September. Reed says that departments like the VA, TSA, and Social Security will remain operational.
Well, Christmas is less than a week away now, and the chances are some of your holiday gifts that you bought online are probably still on the way to you. So how do you keep package thieves from stealing these presents off your porch? Mary Maloney has tips on how to keep porch pirates at bay.
'Tis the season to send out those holiday gifts or order something for yourself. But it's also prime season for criminals. According to a 2017 report by Insurance Quotes, nearly 26 million Americans were victims of package delivery theft during the holidays. If you still have online gifts heading to your doorstep, follow these steps to make sure strangers don't walk up to the front door and walk off with your merchandise. Number 1, sign up for delivery updates. The UPS My Choice program sends you updates and drop-off times to keep packages from sitting outside. Number 2, have packages delivered to your office instead of your home address. Just make sure your employer is okay with that. Number 3, pick it up at a facility. Even if your packages don't need a signature, you can request they get held at the facility so they don't get left on your stoop. Number 4, pick it up instead. Amazon Locker Delivery, Package Concierge, and UPS Access Point all allow packages to be sent to a secure location. Also, many retailers offer free shipping directly to a nearby store where you can pick up your items. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Oh, so Mary, thank you. Some great tips there. I mean, I order a ton on Amazon, and I think a couple weeks ago we talked a little bit because Dunkirk Police was offered similar tips, just kind of reminding folks now that, this is very much a thing. People very much steal your packages off the porch, and I think, for me, I'm lucky enough to be able to ship it here to our employer and have packages come. Especially, it's great when you're ordering stuff for other people who maybe live in your house and you don't want them to know that you're ordering stuff. So it's kind of cool. So pardon the delivery, Matt, if you have to sign for me.
Oh, just another inconvenience. No, I'm kidding. It's all right.
Matt's at his desk typing away, and he hears knock, 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 and our secretary's like, Matt, I think there's a package for Justin.
Usually it's Dakota that screams, "Hey, Matt, get the door."
Right, I know. Dakota never wants to answer the door. Probably because he's so glued to his nice
He's so
plush
focused
weather
on that
office.
forecast.
I
That's
know.
the problem.
Always focused on his weather, and he'll have details about what's for the rest of this week, and then even a little bit of the Christmas forecast.
And later on, celebrating one of the nation's oldest beers, Justin.
Ooh.
You better stay with us.
I can't wait for this delicious story.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
News Now at noon, and you know, I live in a small room and I do weather all the time. Christmas countdown here, 6 more days to go. It's next Tuesday, so that's all you have left. I know the kids are getting really excited because Santa Claus doesn't come tonight, he comes Monday night. And we'll talk about the white Christmas probabilities here in just a couple of minutes here. News Now, Cam. Again, we've got lots of sunshine out there, some sun and clouds. There's the sun right there. And we've had some sun and clouds mixing throughout the afternoon. 35 with that south wind of 9. That creates a wind chill of 28. All in all, this actually isn't bad. This is actually above average by 1 degree. So far, the average high is actually 34. And so we're above it right now by 1 degree. First Defense Doppler, nothing. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But our next weather maker is this little low pressure area that's right here spinning near the Big D in Texas. It doesn't look impressive now, but this is ultimately going to organize and it's going to take a track up the Appalachians and impact our weather on Friday. And Friday is going to be a very tricky weather setup because we're going to have this boundary that's just going to stall across the region, and we're going to have waves of low pressure that's going to produce widespread rain showers throughout the day on Friday. The next thing we have to figure out is this cold air looking back here. When will the colder air invade and when will it change to snow? We think Saturday is going to be the best shot for getting some accumulating snow that will stick, that will stay here through Christmas. We'll show that to you here on the long range feature scan. You can see that system down to the south. It starts to work its way to the north, and then it starts to impact the region. Here it comes. Widespread on and off rain showers throughout the day. The yellows to yellows to darker green indicate the heavier amounts of rainfall, but you can see the colder air lurking right to the west, and this is what we need to figure out, the timing of the changeover as colder air starts to filter in. You can see it changing over to snow, and then that'll continue throughout the day on Saturday. The timing is still a bit of an issue, and that's something we're going to work on for tomorrow, and of course we'll give you all the latest details on that for tomorrow. A mainly clear sky tonight, a few more clouds by morning, 28 in the valleys, 34 at the Lake Erie shoreline, again with that south wind, 5 to 10 continuing. Zone forecast for you. We'll start first of all at the Lake Erie shoreline. Look at this. Erie may be close to 50 degrees this afternoon, and again, a south breeze is your weather friend. It warms you up. Look at this. East of the valleys and mountains. Olean, come on. Look at you. 43 degrees. Moving on up in the east side. Next 7 days. Right now, 44 degrees. First day of winter is Friday, but it's not going to feel like it. But then the temperatures drop back down into the 30s for the weekend with snow showers each and every day. Christmas looking seasonably chilly with a few snow showers at this point. Norm has sports. Do not go away.
Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. I don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. I have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to News Now at Noon. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tonight, both the JV and varsity Southwestern Trojans boys basketball teams will be on the road to face off against the Fredonia Hillbillies. The varsity Trojans are currently 4-1, winning 4 straight games. Fredonia's varsity team, like Southwestern, are 4-1 with a 4-game winning streak. Jump ball for the JV game will be at 6 o'clock. The varsity game will start at 7:30. With their basketball season fast approaching, the Jamestown Jackals will be having an inter-squad scrimmage which will be taking place on January 4th at 7 p.m., exactly 1 week before the first game of the regular season. There are also opportunities to become a member of Jackal Nation. The organization is looking for statisticians and stat spotters. Anyone who is interested must be present for all 16 home games as well as for the inter-squad scrimmage. All home games, including the scrimmage, will be played at JCC. The Buffalo Sabres dropped to 3rd place in the Atlantic Division after suffering a 5-2 loss in the hands of the Florida Panthers Tuesday night. Buffalo had a 2-1 lead after the second intermission. Then the Panthers scored 4 unanswered goals in the third period. Panthers winger Evgeny Dabanov finished with a 2-goal, 1-assist night. Jeff Skinner and Rasmus Ristolainen each scored 1 goal for the Sabres. The Sabres will be back in action on Friday against the defending Stanley Cup champion, Washington Capitals. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Awesome. Norm, great season for hockey. Certainly feeling like it, maybe not weather-wise, but definitely with the Sabres. Thank you, sir. Well, some people may be surprised to learn that Yuengling is America's oldest brewery at 190 years old. And to celebrate that 190th anniversary, Yuengling has begun releasing a series of commemorative beer cans. And there are a total of 5 different limited edition cans that show how beer cans have evolved since 1829. Boy, that's such a long time ago. Well, the new design will hit stores each month between now and April. Yuengling has also announced it's tapping a limited edition Bourbon Barrel Reserve in January. But the celebratory brew will only be available at its brewery in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Matt, you are an expert in house Pennsylvanian.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is Pottsville? Or Pottsville? Pottsville, is that where it is?
Yeah, I think it's in central PA somewhere. I'm not sure exactly.
Interesting.
It's not too far, so we could do a field trip.
We could. Certainly, we could try it out. I know, Dakota, you're not a huge booze fan. You like your margaritas, but...
No, I don't really care for beer. I don't.
No.
So, I mean, I'll take my wine coolers and my margaritas, please. Thank you.
Now, Dakota, you were around in 1829. Do you remember those first cans?
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
What was it like?
It was magnificent. They looked very fantastic for the time, and I remember sneaking those bottles into the school.
Eating them out of the
paper
wood,
bags.
The wood.
Yeah.
I don't think they had paper bags then. I think.
No, I don't think they did either.
In wood or bronze kettles.
You know.
I don't know. I wasn't alive.
What was
then.
supposed to be my suop for lunch was yin yang beer.
Your suop?
Your
Suop.
Well, they used to drink booze like that because you couldn't drink the water.
Yeah.
So
Right.
That's very interesting. You know what? Who else is very old, and we're very blessed to have them in our newsroom. I'm not talking about you, Rory Polera. We love you. That was mean. I'm not going to get any gifts from Rory. Scout the Elf, who's been on a tour pretty much all over. Dakota, you have details on exactly where Scout is right now, don't you?
Yes. He is right here. And I think he knew that yesterday I said that I don't understand this thing. So
Yeah.
now he's close to me trying to, I don't know, get me to understand.
I think
more
he
of
wants
this.
to interview you about something. I mean, he very much has one of our field cameras.
Just as long, you know what? I'll be happy to interview you just as long as it doesn't involve something that starts with the C word, and I won't mention it.
The C word.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
You're talking
Choose
about,
wisely,
You're
ladies.
talking
and gentlemen.
about Christmas, I would certainly hope.
No,
No?
that ain't it.
Cookies?
No.
I feel like this is an after the show thing.
Kris Kringle.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit later on.
Oh, cheater
pal.
patriots. Okay.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Cheater
Here's
Patriots,
your.
that's-
So again, to recap the forecast for tonight: a mainly clear sky. A few more clouds will start to filter in by morning. Temperatures that's actually above average, and those are going to be almost near the daytime highs for this time of the year. And then Friday, that weather system is still a bit tricky. We're still trying to figure out exactly when will the colder air come in. That will change it to snow. Best shot for a white Christmas will be Saturday with those snow showers. They will stick, not sure how much yet at this point. And then it obviously won't melt away with temperatures down into the 30s. So we'll see how it goes this weekend.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Dakota, thank you. I'm glad that it looks like we're going to at least have snow-making temperature, whether we actually get to the snow.
We'll see about it. Isn't that right?
He's like,
Yeah, we'll see about it at some point. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
well,
Let's go to black
that's
since
gonna do it
I've
for us
gone
today.
cuckoo.
As soon as Dakota breaks out the impressions, we got to get out of here. News continues
They need to lock me in the weather
24/7.
office. Just leave me back there.
Newsnow.com. Here's the Chautauqua Lake Cam. Absolutely beautiful out there. Enjoy the warm temperatures today. It's certainly a great day for it. We'll see you back here tomorrow for News Now at noon.